to another episode. We are here for another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday morning. Where else would you rather be on the internet on a Wednesday morning, Brandon? But right here at Practice, the show.
4 weeks, 4 guests, and 4 incredible entrepreneurs. Each one has built a successful business, and every one of them has roots in the Clickfunnels world. Different backgrounds, different journeys, but unique lessons from building real online businesses. And we'll be diving deep into how Clickfunnels has helped power their growth, the strategies, the struggles, and wins behind the scenes. These are real entrepreneurs sharing what actually works. Join us as we talk with entrepreneurs powered by ClickFunnels and hear the stories behind their success on tonight's episode of Pitch Practice,
The show.
My name is Mark, and I am the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group, Funnel Building 101. I teach the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
I'm Brandon here, your Chief Business Strategist with Brandon Growth Lab, helping you take those funnels, get them hooked up to the internet properly, kind of like your digital plumber, just so you don't miss another lead or sale.
Awesome, Mr. Plumber, what's going on? Here we are at another Wednesday, exciting week. How has your week been going so far? Got a couple announcements to make before we bring on our special guest. But how are you doing, Brandon?
Hanging in there, man. Another gray day here in Ohio. Cold, wet, and I am deeply missing Florida on days like today.
Sorry. I'm not gonna say anything about the weather that we've been having.
I know what your weather's like. I always look.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I guess, yeah. I mean, it's been a pretty exciting week. Besides the weather, I know you're moving on. I don't know. Are you moving to Boise soon?
No. I don't know what's going on with that or where I'll be eventually moving. I just got to convince the wife that Ohio is not the place, because I am sick of the gray skies.
Nice. Yeah, since we've last been here, I think I think the tickets went on sale. Funnel Hacking Live almost sold out already, and that's what I wanted to just do a quick unboxing today of what I got in the mail for signing up for VIP, being there at the announcement. I believe that's what this is. It would be crazy if I were to open it and it'd be something else, right?
Who knows, man? But I can tell you, I haven't got mine yet, so it's a little irritating to see that you got it. But it's cool that you got it. But it's like, where's mine at?
Don't hate. but check it out. It's funny because it's it's the address that it came from was Russell Brunson, 708 Captain Joe Fulgham, Suite C in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So I don't know. It must be some type of drop. I don't know, print on demand or maybe a book publisher. But
yeah, it sounds like a book publisher.
Came from Tennessee, and but without further ado, let me.
You might have to send me the address. I'll drive down there and get mine.
Yeah, it'll probably get there faster. I was getting text messages, and it was on the way, and I said, Woza, check this out. I got my very own Funnel Hacker book.
There you go.
Check that out. I wasn't sure what to expect with this book. And I've seen a lot of people out there asking, how do I get a copy of this book? Apparently, this book was offered on a previous page. I heard someone say during his birthday, he sent the email out, but this was it was an upgrade. You just had to pay shipping for it, but that page is no longer there. It's now the official funnel hacking live page where you can get your tickets at. So as far as where you can get your copy of this, I would say just stay tuned. Maybe there'll be another opportunity for you to actually pick up a copy of this. I'm interested to see exactly what it looks like on the inside, but we'll save that for later. And did you see the funnel hacking live? Did you see that funnel?
I did. It was pretty extensive, pretty lengthy. I mean, it was drawn out for over a week. He went live every day, pretty much in Backstage Pass, like testing out that app and showing all of the after videos. The only one I missed was the after video to FHL 10. So I don't even know if I made the video.
Okay.
But the actual page itself, plus going through and doing the live segments and then the live release, that was pretty good.
Cool. Well, just so happens that our guest tonight actually appears on that sales page. It's really cool. It's really cool. But and we'll have to remember, we're I think this is our last guest in this 4-part series, but next week we're gonna break that funnel down, Brandon. We're gonna break that funnel down. I love some of the elements on it and how they actually integrated the Ticketmaster elements on that page. Check out when you click the areas, what it does to, and it opens up the ticket sales. That's slick. That's slick that you can actually do that inside of Clickfunnels too. That's what I like. I tried to swipe it.
You can't. You can't swipe it. You know you can't swipe it.
No, look, do Barnum PT, because you can copy 2.0 pages in Barnum PT.
Okay.
You have it there. Try it.
I might try it. There's some animated elements on here that I like.
The little funnel things.
And you got like the fonts with how it's like, it looks like it's lights. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're glowing.
Yeah, it's like an extra glow. It's like it's even glowier than the typical glow, right? It's a sweet page. That is a sweet page. And they've got somebody on the dev team is really hooking them up. But we are going to break that funnel down next week. But tonight, give us a hashtag where you're watching from down in the comments, because we're ready to bring our guest on tonight. Our guest tonight runs an AI video ad agency called Catapult Lead Gen, and she makes hilariously funny scroll-stopping ads for businesses that don't want to get on camera and film themselves, and for agency owners that are tired of chasing clients for new creatives. She's been in the ClickFunnels world now for about 5 years, working on funnels, offers, and what actually gets people to convert. Lately, she's been focused on using AI to make ads feel less like ads and more like a mini series that people actually want to watch. We are excited to bring on Cat Rich.
Yeah, you made her go away, and that was excessive. And you forgot her middle name. There she is.
Oh my God.
All right. Hey guys.
I'm gonna
my middle name?
Cat the Pixel Rich.
I'm so good at ads. I'm even the pixel. How do I pixel? I get in all of the photos on the funnel hacking everything, the website and the programs and stuff.
Right, right. I didn't know if you were going by the Pixel name anymore.
Oh, there she is,
Unofficially.
right
Yeah,
there,
she's on the
right
sales
there,
page, right?
right
Yeah.
there, dancing right behind what's his name there. Her
Well,
face
you
is
see
blocked.
in two places. You've got one where Devon's got his. Let me see if I can get a camera. Like Devon's doing this, and I'm somewhere in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another one, yeah, where Devon's dancing, and he's got his hand right in front of my face.
Yeah.
If there's a camera around, we could definitely be sure to see you. I think you've made it on more after show videos, but
Right.
it's awesome to have you on the show, Kat. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Mark, for inviting me and having me here. I mean, I've looked the past 4 weeks or 3 weeks, you've had some amazing guests on here. So I'm so glad. I'm very thankful that you even thought of, to invite me out. So thank you.
Yeah. I think that I've loved this series too because I think we've had a variety of people on here, and I think everybody's been able to come on and tell their story and how their journey has been and how the whole thing is about how ClickFunnels been a part of that journey. Now, for all of those out there that don't know who Kat Rich is, tell everyone out there watching and listening, who is Kat Rich?
Well, I'm really glad that you mentioned the whole ClickFunnel and how we are involved in it, because it is really the whole basis of business for me. And then I'm not just talking about where I host my websites, but it's all of the people that I have met in communities online and especially at Funnel Hacking Live. And I can only attribute the current success I have in business to having been to so many Funnel Hacking Lives and the network I've created there. Because I mean, where I am now, I'm like working on my warm network for new business coming in. Most of the clients I've had so far, I have gotten from the ClickFunnels community, just from catching up with friends at from Funnel Hack, people that I've met at Funnel Hacking Live. So,
Yes.
But I hadn't always been in the internet marketing community. I mean, when I first started like professionally, I was a music teacher and teaching elementary school and getting burnt out having to do musicals and choir performances and end of the year programs and Mother's Day programs. And it was like all of these things that I just wanted to, teach my classes. But anyway, so I thought there must be something else that I can do. So this is where I started. Like I got certified in mathematics because I thought they're not going to ask a math teacher to do musicals or stage productions or, oh, hey, why don't you whip up a choir for this PTA meeting? So, but anyway, that was sort of the catalyst to getting on this business journey. And I was living in Dubai at the time when I decided, I was like, I'm done with teaching, being a school teacher. And I read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad and realized there's a better way. Got involved with real estate in Dubai and started a property management company over there and ran that for about 3 years. And when my family started growing and my brother got married, then he had his first child, I thought I just wanted to, go be with my family instead of living all these years overseas running a business. And I mean, it was a lot of fun being in Dubai. I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved life there, right? It was so much fun. But I got to a place where money was no longer I wasn't on the struggle bus. I didn't have to work for money. I had a lot of time. And so that's sort of where I sat back and evaluated life and what was important. And that's when I sold the business over there and came back to the States. But so even after Dubai, I kind of dabbled in real estate here in the States for a bit, and then went into, I wanted to be on the investment side of real estate, but I was so good at like making friends and networking. One of these retail real estate teams scooped me up and they're like, all right, you're going to be our lead generator. So they brought me on their team. I was doing lots of cold calling like crazy. I was making about, was it 180? There's like, I forget the cap now, how many calls are allowed from one phone number per day. It's like 180 to 200 calls a day.
Wow.
And over that year, I had over 30,000 calls made that I could go back and track and check on the stats. So it was a lot of, it was a good skill to develop. And from that, I got really good. I was setting like 16 listing appointments a month, and I was then teaching other real estate agents how to cold call and do their team, but they weren't wanting to cold call. So I was like, all right, let's figure out a different way. So I started teaching them organic Facebook marketing. And so from there, I created a course. From there, I started getting into Clickfunnels, and that is really my entry point right there. Because once I got into Clickfunnels, it was like mindset upgrade, life upgrade, technology upgrade, friends upgrade, and everything just leveled up after that. Once I was in that Clickfunnels community, which is still not even getting to the ads yet.
Yeah. So your entry was Clickfunnels Clickfunnels Classic.
Yes. Yeah. Back in 2021 was the first account, or the first time I signed up for Clickfunnels during the One Funnel Away challenge in 2021. I remember it was April 19th that I started. I committed myself, and I was like, okay, this is the date. This is the date that I'm going to do it.
How were you introduced to the One Funnel Away challenge? Because I think some of us have a story about seeing an ad on Facebook. And I think Brandon was searching for something, and he came in through Grant Cardone, right?
It was kind of Grant Cardone. Yeah. So, I mean, it was the Cardone world with Closer Survival Guide, which got me into the world of funnels, didn't know I was in. But then it kind of led to Traffic Seekers, because I was selling cars at the time. And I was like, how do I get more traffic to the dealership?
Right.
And so it was that book. And then that led to the One Funnel Away challenge at the end of 2020, back when like COVID was, ramping up. So 2020 into 2021, that's when like all the funnel stuff was starting to happen. And I remember my first lead gen funnel was for a car buying guide. It's like how to buy a car or something like that. I don't think it ever took off because, one, I didn't put any money behind it, and two, I didn't really know how to promote it as I would today. So, but it was out there, and it was good practice.
Yeah.
It's all about the reps.
Awesome. So what was your first intro, and what was your first funnel? What was your first funnel?
That's crazy. So I didn't even come in the normal way. I was dating a guy at the time. His name was Joe, and he had a book on his bedside table. And the book was called .com Secrets. And he was an IT guy. So I was thinking it was going to be some very dry tech manual. And I don't know where he was, but I was there and the book was there. And so I picked it up and I started reading, and I was reading and reading and reading, and I couldn't put it down. And so I think I got, I don't even know, like 10 pages in, and I was like, I need this book. So I'm like trying not to write in his book, but I was like, can I borrow this? So anyway, I ended up borrowing it, and he's like, you could just have it. And that's kind of how I learned about .com Secrets. Oh my gosh, I was taking so many notes. I was mapping out my own life, how it works with this and this. And so that I don't know how I actually got involved in, if I looked it up or I got pixeled on one of the websites I was visiting. I don't know how I got the ad, but I got on their mailing list, and I remember I planned it out. So it wasn't even an impulse sort of join the one funnel away. It was, I had put it on the calendar and I made sure I cleared everything out so that when I got to April 19th, that I would have that day set aside to start this challenge and change my life.
And it was a whole 30 it was a whole 30 days back then.
Yes, and it was 5 days at a time, and I remember it was day 9 and day 12 that took me probably a month to get through or at least a couple weeks. I couldn't keep up, but I always came back and finished that. So I was probably in November. Anyway, so I went to my first funnel hacking live that September. So April is when I started the challenge. And then September was the funnel hacking live in Orlando. And I'm over in the Tampa area. So I'm not far from Orlando. I mean, it's like an hour and a half, maybe 2-hour drive, which was perfect. I think if it wasn't in Orlando, I may not have gone.
Yeah.
But it was easy. It was just a little drive over, and
So
got a cheap hotel. And
what's one of the biggest things that you learned during that one funnel away challenge or about funnels that really changed your perspective about, running an online business or using funnels? Was there what's something that really changed what you thought about funnels and being able to use them?
the biggest shift that I had was a belief shift, which Russell Brunson is fantastic at, taking you from right here, breaking all your belief patterns, and you end up over here, a new person. And over again, every day of the one funnel away challenge, it was like shifting your mind. Here's this person who did it. Here's this person who did it. Shifting your mind. And so I think giving me the belief that it is possible has been the biggest shift, the biggest mindset, because having the belief, I feel like, helped me overcome everything else. So you asked me what my first funnel was, and my first funnel was, I called it 5 Script Secrets, because it was a script that I had come up with on my while I was doing all these reps on cold calling. Like, they needed to pass level 1 to get to level 2. They needed to pass level 2 to get to level 3. And so I had to take emotion out of the cold calling. So I developed a framework, and I didn't know I had developed a framework until Russell Brunson gave me the word to describe what I was doing.
You had already had this framework, but you didn't know that it was a framework and that you could put it into a organized way and actually teach that. It's kind of like what he teaches, like how it's his framework for a framework.
Right. All I knew was that, like, I had 5 things I needed to go through in my script, and they couldn't go to level, like, if they didn't have a house, they didn't get to go to level 2. I don't ask them, have they ever thought about selling it? You know what I mean? Like, you have to pass level 1 to get to level 2, and then it was all the way down. And if you follow the framework, if you got through all the levels, that's when the appointment was set. And then I sent an agent out, and you got your house listed. And that was kind of how it all worked. And that was me taking my emotion out of it, so it wasn't a struggle every day when I showed up to cold call. So that's kind of how I thought about that. But yeah, so that was my first funnel. I called it 5 Script Secrets. And no, it wasn't perfect. And I had a number 5 in the URL, and it was a little awkward, but we got it done. I did the very first funnel, and I made $1,000. I don't know, maybe like $1,500, $1,800. It wasn't quite $2,000, but I made $1,000 in it, because all the real estate agents I was talking to, I'd say, hey, here's this thing, go buy it. You need this. And so they would go buy it. And it was my framework on how to talk to prospects, basically.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was my
It's
first
crazy.
one.
It's crazy how the simplest things can make you money in today's world. As far as digital assets, they're so easy to make now, especially with AI, which we'll be getting into here in a minute. But just having that idea of knowing the skill that you have to be able to then put it on paper and then market it. Like, granted, back then it took you 30 days plus to do it. Now, if somebody really has the mindset to just do it, and I wouldn't say desperate enough to do it, but
Yeah.
like back against the wall, you put this software behind it, and it will like exponentially increase your time to market and get you that money, which is crazy.
One of the things that I do want to mention to anybody who might be watching this and is nervous to be on camera, I'm not nervous to be on camera or speak publicly now. But when I started, again, here was my process. I would take my phone, or I would write down everything I was going to say. I would take my phone, record it as a voice note, and and then I would put the voice note on the recording, and then I would video myself like pointing to visuals or whatever I was going to do. So I was like my own voiceover for myself, or I would put the voice note close to the thing that was recorded. And so it was so awkward, but I was like, I didn't know what else to do. And I was just making it happen. But I was so afraid of being on camera and speaking at the same time. Because what if I messed up? I'm not going to mess up. That's because I'm going to record a voice note and record it over and over and over again until it's perfect. And then I'll draw visuals and I'll rehearse my movements. I had a mobile whiteboard. And so even now, I don't remember if I still have the YouTube channel. I made sure I saved some of those videos because they're so funny. Like, you watch it and you're like, what? She's not talking, but it's her voice. I try to get my face to react.
I think it's
like
so
that.
awesome. I think it's just amazing, even just remembering where you were and then going back and seeing how can you believe we were using ClickFunnels Classic back then? It almost feels like ancient times, and there was no AI. It almost feels like dinosaur times back then, because now you're creating content now just super in front of the camera. You're using these AI characters now. I just want to say that it is, because we've known each other almost, I don't even know if it's been since your first Funnel Hacking Live, if that was when we first met, but it's amazing to see how you have grown and kind of, we've kind of all been on this journey, seeing each other from the beginning, and we're still here. We're still here, and that's what's awesome. I love it.
Yes. So the whole lead generation or talking to prospects, that's really been just the crux of my whole, that would be the thread, I guess, of the whole thing that I've been doing. Is I was doing it for me, doing it for others. And so when AI finally caught up, I was already sort of moving forward, and then I learned how to do AI videos. That was the game changer. It was, I remember even it was back in, I had already been doing some videos, but it was December when I put up my first Christmas video as an AI ad. Me as an elf skiing down the slope saying, hey, did you want me to create a video like this? I can make you an elf. I can make you this. I can make you that. And it was me like having Mrs. Claus's cookies. And it was not an awesome ad. I'd make so much better now, but it was, again, a starting place. And that was my first video ad. And I got my first client from it.
It wasn't Will Smith eating spaghetti the first time.
No, it was not. That's weird.
Well, I can tell you my videos still look like Will Smith eating spaghetti the first time. So I don't know how to make them work.
Hmm.
Awesome. So that was it. What? But had you been using AI before, or was that your first experience with it? Did you just start using it? Had you been practicing it? Because people like Brandon could be like, "Is that you just made that your first time and it came out that good?"
That's a good question. That's a good question because I have had this dream to write children's books about musical instruments because there are not enough, or there's not any real books covering musical instruments for children, not adults, like, or like middle school or high school, but like elementary school kids, because I was trained in music school as an instrumentalist. And so I'm like, I can play clarinets, trumpets, trombones. I can play all of the um like the wind instrument, the ones that you blow into. But there's not a lot of books about a trumpet and a trombone and a tuba and a clarinet, like that. There is a book about one instrument at a time.
Mm.
So I've always had this idea of writing this children's book series. And at one point, I don't know what the spark was to see if I could get because I've tried for several years. Every once in a while, I will try to get an image to generate correctly or find something that can do it. So this is since 2023 or 2020. Like AI images have been around, but it's not been mainstream.
Mm.
So I've been trying, and like every 6 months, 9 months, a year, been checking back in with AI to see if it can create these images. Anyway, I finally got the URL that I wanted. I finally got the image generator is now behaving. And so this is I went through a lot of different image generators trying to find one that would follow my directions, one that would behave and create my images the way I want to. And a lot of them have their own personalities about what they're good at.
Mm.
Yeah. So
so
that was my playground to learn all the AI image generators, and then I started a little bit dabbling in the video.
Okay. So you have spent, what do they call it, 10,000 hours trying to perfect this skill of making this AI actually behave the way that you want it to. And that's the value that you could bring to other people out there that are wanting to create these ads, if I'm reading this right, or
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know about
10,000.
or 10,000 hours. Yeah. I think that's 5 years of like 40 hours. I don't think I'm quite there yet. I mean, there's lots that I can learn. The video ads, though, yes, they do take some finessing, and depending on the generator, it may not generate something that you want, and so you just change the words, and then it will. So there is a way of finessing it, and you're right, learning a little bit more about how to generate the videos. Every generator has their own payment, like how much they charge per the thing that you're asking, what kind of quality it is. And so there is a bit of finding your way when you're doing these videos.
So are you going directly to the language model to generate them? So like you're going directly to, well, Sora's done, so you can't use Sora anymore. They shut that down, but the Gemini equivalent, or if there's a Manus equivalent, are you going directly to them, or are you using like a third party skin, so to speak, to where you have, I don't even know what they're even called, but I know there's like third party skins that tie into the APIs that generate the videos.
That's interesting. Skins. I always think about them as brokers. I'm like, oh yes, this is my broker who like gives me all the tools. So
like HeyGen.
Yeah. So I have 2 skins I use, and then I do use one of them is the Google, or the Gemini one. It's called Google Flow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I use that one, but I also use fall.ai, and then I use It's called openart.ai. So I also use that one. And it's not that the two skins are super different. It's mostly I've used one. I know one better than the other.
Okay.
The thing is that AI changes so much, and then there's new video generators that come out, and so we're all having to learn what is this one capable of now. So this
Yeah.
is sort of like the journey, and the interfaces are constantly changing as well, and so you not only have to learn the generator, but you have to learn the interface.
Cool. Maybe you can show us some of your examples during today's call.
Let's see if I can. What would be best, to share my screen or?
Yeah. You share your screen, and then we'll go into the small little corners here, and just share what you have been working on for the audience out there. If anyone, and oh yeah, if you share it, and then I will be able to just bring it on the screen here. And
All right.
as
Let
soon as
me get this geared up. Yeah, because there has been, it's a really cool. I would love to share, because these are a lot of fun to watch. Let me get my playlist up here.
And tell us a little bit about how the process works. Because
Oh, that's a good question.
I've seen I've seen some people, and they'll create these 5 seconds, 10-second clips, or 60-second clips. But then sometimes during the the beginning, there's not any consistency in the character throughout the whole scene. And and then you get things like what happened recently. I think there was this big fuss on the internet about someone claiming to have been used in an ad. You know that, right?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, famous marketer. The famous marketer, a marketer and a porn star walk into a bar together. How about a joke? How about that joke? Man, did you see what Russell Brunson wrote about that, or his videos? Have you been checking out his AI, some of his AI generated videos, or some of his newer bootstrap videos? Have either of you checked those out?
Yeah, his new series is pretty good. He's really diving into the whole propaganda deal.
Yeah, that one.
And this week he's talking about the OnlyFans creator, because he died last week of cancer. And I find it kind of I don't even know the word to really call it, but interesting, the fact that he died at 43. He's 3 years older than I am, and he built this massive horrid thing for women in general.
Yeah.
And
4.3 million creators. Average creators making $180 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, I love the way he's been framing these videos, and did you get the lowdown on how he's actually creating them?
You can tell the scripts are AI generated. So the scripts themselves are either done by Claude or probably Manus, because I think he's big on the Manus deal. And then the interludes and the cutscenes are generated, are AI generated, probably by Flow or another model.
He has. I think he talked about it. How he has fed what he does is he went to Agora Publishing, and then what he did was he's really writing more in that style. And I think it's sort of it's a different style. It's a different style. It's a little bit dark, because he's always talking about Bernays and its manipulation, and it's like these are dark times, and your mind is being hacked right now. But I love it though. It is addicting. But it also makes me think, I'm like, that's how he got me to buy. I'm like, I'm like, it's been using it on us all the time.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I mean, it's
really
that's the
good. I mean,
market. Yeah.
if it works, and it does, then that's what he's doing.
He's got us clamoring to spend $1,500 for a seat in a crowded auditorium.
Yeah.
To know it's new.
100%.
And the way he kind of rolled it out and dropped it out, I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, he's going to sell something there, and he wanted the people most apt to buy at the closest to the stage, right? And also, and obviously, paying the biggest ticket price there to have access.
What's the biggest ticket price there?
I think it was
25.
It was a 25,000. You had to buy like 5 or 6 seats to be in the VIP, but you couldn't get them unless you were already in the inner circle or like Atlas Group or something like that. So there was the whole front section of the auditorium was blocked off and sold off before we had access. But I was taking a look at on the site here for the seating arrangements, and the seat that I got was a pretty good seat compared to what he was selling them for the early VIP people. But don't tell anybody.
Oh yeah. That's exciting too, though. Cool. I'm waiting for you to bring it up to share, Kat.
Oh, okay. All right, great. No,
Yeah.
I'm ready. I just didn't want to interrupt your.
Oh no.
Your
When you bring it up, I still have to bring it on screen.
All right, let me see. I'm gonna go share. What am I sharing?
Yeah, I know we got a little bit off there, but those videos have been good.
It's called AI ads. Okay. I don't see it in the list when I'm trying to share. Oh, window. Here we go.
And just make sure that you can share the sound, because I think when you share the okay, yep, there it is. Let me know when you're ready to bring it on.
I am red. I'm just gonna pause this video. But yeah.
All right.
I am ready.
Out there? Is everybody out there ready to see some cat in action? Some of these AI ads. All right. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
Am I on?
No, not yet. No, not yet. Hold on. All right. Now you see it.
Ah, there we go. All right, let me stick to over here so I can.
I'm not human. I'm an AI clone, which is great news for you. Because unlike most business owners, I don't need sleep or coffee to get things done. My creator trained me to pump out high-converting ads for business owners who are tired of having to turn on a camera or learn complicated editing software.
Now you can have your own AI clone cranking out videos for your business too, all while you're enjoying happy hour instead of crying about how awkward you look on your videos.
Stop stressing about content. Let our team build your AI clone so it does all the work and you take all the credit.
Start bringing in hot leads and sales without ever having to even turn on a camera. Click the link to learn more.
Click. Link.
So this is cool for one of the what you can do with AI ads. You know, you can take yourself into any crazy arena.
Okay. So tell us a little
So that first one is one I made for myself to sell my services to other business owners. This way they don't have to be on camera themselves.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about your creative process.
Well, we're getting some back.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't hear anything.
Yep.
All right, that's better.
Okay. So I'll show you real quick before we get into the whole process. While this is up, I'm going to show you one of my top performing ads. Now, this is one that I made for somebody else's course in order to sell her course. And if you may even recognize her here at the end.
You'd think I traveled across the world to the Arabian desert to unlock ancient wisdom, but really, I'm just trying to figure out how people are making money with AI videos. I know it's possible. I've seen people do it.
And yet yours looks like it was assembled during a sandstorm.
I just want a step-by-step system, like which tool first? What do I click?
You have clicked everything. This is not a workflow. This is panic with Wi-Fi.
So what do I need?
A guide, a genie from a magic lamp, and maybe fewer buttons.
It's finally time to rub the lamp. I'm an AI genie, and I grant only one wish to those who wish to learn how to create cinematic AI videos like this one that businesses actually pay for, all without any camera, no memorizing lines. You don't need to be techie, an influencer, or post all day. Just follow the step-by-step direction. You will learn how to create videos under 2 hours, get access to businesses with real budgets, and start creating videos that actually look expensive. I clicked everything except the one thing that made sense. Learn how to make AI videos you can sell. Click the link to watch the training.
I think.
So that is, we can watch one more silly one, but that's essentially it. So I'm going to talk about my process real quick. I don't know if I minimize this. Are you able? I guess it goes away. I don't know if I can go back to the screen. Anyway, so the process I take, you mean my creative process, or if somebody works with me, that process?
Okay. All right. I took that off because that was creating some bad feedback. All right.
Oh.
It was feedback. And when I was talking, it was echoing, and Brandon was talking. I don't know what was going on. Yeah. So go ahead. Yeah.
You want to hear my creative process, or the process I take business owners through when they choose to work with me?
Yeah, you can talk about the creative process that you take someone through that decides to work with you.
So when someone says, "Hey Kat, I would like one of those videos for my business," the first thing we do is really, well, if they're already running ads, we want to dive in to see what from their ads is already working. Because oftentimes if they have a script or one video that has, had more results than the other, we want to keep that script and then just reimagine whatever is happening in the background. Like I had one client who came to me, and she had been running ads for I don't know if I can say it, chiropractors, and she had been running ads for chiropractors. And she's like, "Hey, we've got this one video that's really good, but it now has fatigued because we've been running it so much. Everybody's already seen it." So with that one script, we grabbed that script and then we just reimagined. And the script was like two ladies just having a conversation. "Oh, do you have back pain? I have back pain. What should you do? Oh, I did this. Oh, you should do that too." Like a back and forth. And so we're like, well, what other situation would women be talking in? I don't know. I had this crazy idea that they would also be talking in a 1960s salon where they were getting their hair done next to each other. And so we used that same script and we created a 1960s salon where different scene, like they're getting their hair washed, they're getting their hair dried, they're getting their hair done up. And so like we just reimagined the scenery, but keeping that same script. And so I take them through a process it's the ARC. So it's the ARC. So this is my now framework for the ads factory. And I take them through, we do the audit, like what's working right now, the script. Okay. Then we reimagine it. Like where else would this situation take place? And then we do the C, where we create it or we clone it. We basically clone the script and we just do multiple ads using the one element that worked and just see which one takes off. There are some proven things that work with video ads, but there's a huge element where it's just testing, to see what the market will take. And what we found when we put this salon ad out is that in some areas it did well, and then in some areas this other ad did well, because we did multiple creatives. Like one of them was a salon, one of them was just two different ladies having a conversation. And
Mm.
let's say like in Dayton, this ad worked better, but in Austin, this ad worked better. And it was the same targeting, the same audience, and it was just the culture. I guess it was the difference. So in this area, this one worked, and so we were able to bring the ad costs down. I think they have a target of about $50 cost per lead. We were able to get some of them down as far as $10. So that's a huge drop. On average, when somebody uses AI ads, they can get average of 30% cost per lead less than they would normally get. So that's a huge savings. Like if somebody is putting out $50,000 on ads, that's a huge savings.
Now,
So it
what
is.
do you think is driving that? Is it the novelty of it that people are sticking around longer to watch to see what's going to happen in it, or is the creative
So
that much better than getting in front of a camera and being human to human?
Yeah,
well,
but
I think
you're getting
if
leads
you're
from it too.
you
Yeah,
get
so
leads. So like if you're Russell Brunson and you've got a whole studio set up and you've got people doing the captions for you, if you've got somebody helping you produce them, you probably are not going to, I don't know, you may or may not benefit as much as somebody who's like doing garage door repair and it's a dude there holding his phone trying to make a video ad, right? So that one's definitely going to be helped. I think there's a cinematic element to it as well as, like you got all these, you can put anybody in any costume in any situation, you can make them do weird stuff. One of like you can make their head huge. It's like it's another genre of video, kind of like Pixar. Like we know Pixar's not real. It's like cartoonish. And then there's actual cartoons. And then there is live action, right? So we've got these different types of genres of images, and
Mhm.
AI is just another one of them.
Mm.
So that's how I kind of quantify it, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't like the AI." Well, it's not that it helps marketing agency owners a lot, because what I learned is that agency owners are often chasing their clients to film ads for them. But like my friend, the chiropractor agency owner, like her clients are out being doctors. They're not actors. They don't have time to be filming themselves or the space or so it takes that it alleviates that pain for the
Mhm.
marketing agency, because when the doctors aren't filming their ads, their lead gen suffers as well.
Mhm. Do you think that people are completely understanding that these are AI, or do you think that they're not obviously AI? Or I think maybe that's what you know the question was, what do you think that is leading into some people in some areas, some people being more attracted to the leads, and then I think maybe is it completely cultural, or do you think it's because okay, so you could have, just say for example, you could have them speaking Spanish and cultural, and if you put it out to that market where it might not be culturally as familiar to them, it may not perform as well, or do you think it's aesthetic? The difference between cultural or aesthetic, AI versus human, or male versus female. Because if, let's say for instance, you had two guys, you know what I mean? Just that difference.
Just hands down, women always sell better. Like women like to see beautiful women, or they like to dislike other beautiful women. And a lot of men like to look at. So overall, I'd say women sell better. So I always try to put women out there. Mark, we were talking about that That
A-
bathing suit,
that
that bathing
AI
suit
character.
picture. Yeah. I just use my own likeness a lot because I'm like, well, I just need um I just need a face to generate in there or put that in there. And oftentimes I'm making my own ads through AI. But I'm also learning. I enrolled in this advanced video editing course, and I'm starting to learn more like in person video editing and recording and different things. So my next um, post is going to be me jumping into a coffee cup. So I don't know how to do it yet, but doing like cool viral effects like that. That's going to be my next a thing that I learned. So I'm also learning more about video creation, not just creating the AI videos, but also regular video creation.
With all the tools that are available out there,
Yes.
and the different cuts, scenes, and effects. You can make
Yeah.
yourself big. Yeah, or just like Russell's his new propaganda, how he brings out Dan Kennedy out there, and then you could see a lot of it is AI generated, but it's really it's really great. It's interesting to see it all evolve, and to see that you've
Yeah.
been in it for a few years now, and now it's really who knows though.
Yeah.
With Sora being gone, who knows?
Yeah, with Sora. So I think there's a time for AI generated stuff, and then there's a time to be a real person, right? So in profile photos, this is Kat's belief, like you should have your own real person face. So I that's what I think for like I also do some public speaking, and whenever I do that, I always send real life photos of myself or my body. But if I am doing an AI ad, AI makes you look a little bit better. They like take off any blemishes and they dress you really nice. They give you curves and stuff like that, and they can slim you down and make your hair perfect, make your makeup. But that's not real life. So if I'm doing things where I'm like on a dating site or something, I'll put like real pictures of myself, um not an AI generated, because that's misleading, right?
Well, it's just like filters.
Yeah, it's like the filters, right? You don't want to chat to somebody who's got a filter
Oh my
on because you're
goodness!
like,
What
are
do you
you
mean
a
you don't want to chat with someone on a filter? I think they're all filtered. I just
what all the dating pictures?
Well, the camera
I haven't looked at the women's side, but
cameras typically put an auto filter on them.
Yeah.
It's been proven that the iPhone will touch you up slightly when you take a selfie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, filters are like the norm, and like heavy filters sometimes. It's like
Wow.
maybe because guys, I don't think guys really. Oh, maybe some guys do use filters, but yeah, you probably don't see it as much as guys. But a lot of the other side, yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's really really good to see that. Did you have any more questions about that, Brandon?
No.
Yeah. Then I know we've talked about your journey so far with ClickFunnels, and how and I know you talked about how one of the most important things about ClickFunnels that's helped you along your journey is going to Funnel Hacking Live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
That has been the biggest shift. Yeah. Meeting people and getting in that mindset and seeing that so many people are out there doing just amazing things, learning about thinking about things the other way. So yeah.
yeah.
Funnel hacking.
Nice. And yeah, awesome. So when Funnel Hacking Live 2026 was announced, what were your thoughts?
It's funny. I don't remember who it was that texted me, And somebody said, "Am I going to see you?" I didn't see any of the live broadcast. I didn't realize it was building up to something. I just would see the notification come in, and then 3 hours later, I would say, "Oh, I'm going." Then I would see he went live 3 hours early. I was like, "Oh, I missed it." And then it kept happening like that. I was like, "God, this is annoying. I keep missing it." And so I didn't know it was happening until I started getting texts. "Hey, am I going to see you at FHL? Am I going to see you at FHL? Are you going to Vegas?" And I was like, "What?" So that's when I reach out and I'm like, "What's happening?" And that's when the announcement, it's so like, it's just like the 1 comma challenge. I gotta make sure I say the words right. 1 comma challenge. Is it 1 comma club challenge? 1 comma
It's
challenge.
it's
1 comma club.
1 comma club.
So
challenge.
I wasn't a part of the challenge until, our mutual friend Tracy texted me. She's like, "Kat, you have to go buy this. It's a lifetime subscription to Clickfunnels." So I went and bought it, and then I went back and watched the challenge. Like, what did I just buy? Like, I knew I got lifetime to Clickfunnels. That was enough for me. I put the deposit down and I was in. Buy and ask questions later.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, awesome. And also you're now a member of the Funnel Builder Coaching and Certification Program as well. Congratulations.
Yes. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was sort of a side benefit.
Yeah. I think that's another community as well that is I think it's a wealth of resources in that community too. Kind of similar to Funnel Hacking Live. A lot of the same people. I think we're all just kind of lifers here, huh? We're lifers now.
Well, I have to vouch for the community and Funnel Hacking Live again and Brandon, because I'm pretty techie. I'm pretty good at figuring things out, but I could not get emails timed to, I forget, it was like to send like how many hours ahead of my webinar. And so even in knowing and being in ClickFunnels as much as I could, I got to say the digital plumber had to come and help me out, sort me out on the email. So Brandon was really good. And we just did it all over text. I was all ready to have this Zoom call. And he's like, "No, just send me a screenshot of what you're looking at." And he walked me through it just on text. So I was very, very impressed that you knew enough to just look at my screenshots and diagnose what I was doing wrong.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. I forget what I was doing. There was no way I'd be able to hop on a Zoom call. I think it was out on other sales calls and things like that for the Bruce Wayne gig. I was like, "Oh, I got to help her out." So yeah, it wasn't too bad to figure out because I've done it a couple times for one myself and 2 other people putting together webinar funnels, and that timing stuff can be tricky when it comes to those workflows and automations. But I think now with the templates that are available, like it's pretty much plug and play. In fact, I think I have one template from like an earlier training still that I keep like raw, so to speak, and not mess with, that I can always share. So if you ever need one that's already done and built out, just let me know.
A webinar funnel?
The workflows are shareable too.
Yeah.
So
I can just share that and it's already all set.
Yeah, that's what's really nice. It's nice seeing the software really evolve. Exciting to see where it will go from here. So I think we're at the top of the hour here. Awesome having you, Kat. Before we say goodbye, as Brandon says, you can't call it pitch practice unless you give us your pitch. Let everybody
know where you're at, where they can find you, what you got to offer, and how they can reach you.
So because I was coming on here, I created a new offer just for your crowd. It's been something I do charge for, but for your crowd, anybody who's watching here, they can go to theaiadsfactory.com. So THEAI adsfactory.com and get a free high converting ad script. Okay. So
you should have
to
told
have
me,
it
I would have made a
personalized.
QR code. It's THEAIDSFACTORY.com. Is there a www before that, or just?
I'm sure there has to be if you're trying to look it up and it's not loading.
No, I'm just I'm putting it in I'm putting it in the
yeah,
chat.
so that's so what it'll do is you opt in and then it sends you an email, and there are 7 questions that you have to answer. And then with the 7 questions, I can create a script for you. And then it looks like I might have to then I create the script for you, and then I can either send it back, or we can hop on a call and I can show you how to implement it. Because sometimes the scripts, they're like, what is all this? There's a lot of information, because I've trained a GPT to be able to produce these scripts that I have seen work over and over again.
Nice. All right. So theaiadsfactory.com. I've placed the link down in the comments, and get that script. I'm gonna be opting in there. Nice, Kat. Great.
And so it works for content as well as ads, as well as any kind of thing you put out there.
Cool. That's not just for a special offer today, but that's okay, because that, they're going to be clicking that for days and weeks to come.
All right. So,
Awesome.
so I might give you a secret word or something to put in there. But yeah, right now it's just open. I haven't put a price tag on it. Yeah.
So
the aiadsfactory.com.
So if it's up, the page is up. If you can get to it, it's there. If it ever goes down and goes away, well, then you missed out. So there you go. So get it now.
Go there now.
Go there now. Go there now. Get it now.
Thanks for watching there, Teresa. She says, thanks, Kat.
Yeah, you're welcome. Awesome. It's honestly, it's amazing. Everybody that I have written a script for has just like their jaw just drops. Like, wow, that's so good. And it just following the script will lower your ad cost if you're doing ads, or if you're just doing regular content, it'll give you at least 10 times more views. All of my AI content gets so much better views than my regular face content. So whatever it is, AI works.
I think it's the novelty of it, because people are like, is it real? Is it fake? I'm going to keep watching to figure it out. So
yeah,
and then they're there anyway watching, so might as well pay attention to what the sound is, right? So
and keep the engagement going and keep it going out to more people.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, check out the link in the comments. Thanks everyone for tuning in to tonight's episode. Remember, let's keep making the world a better place, one funnel